Hey, good evening, guys. It's Jason here, one of the pro traders over at TrueTrader.net. Former market maker, been around the business since the early 90s. Everyone knows me as the Goose in the chat room. This is a midweek watch. I try to keep this to about 13, 14 minutes or so. I'm on a clock, time everything. But hopefully you guys are liking what we're putting out. You know, Ricky's doing an amazing job with the Sunday prep. I say that every week, but I hope you guys are tuning in for it. Especially for you guys that are a little bit newer. He's given a lot of good information, a lot of good psychology stuff as well in there. Last week was really good talk that he gave. So I'm loving it. Keep up the great work. As far as the competition goes, Ricky, I said I have no problems if I'm losing to you, man. So great stuff as always. Keep up the good work there. Another little surprise that I want to mention to you guys. Well, actually, I'm going to mention it a little bit later in the video, but let's just say that there's a giveaway. Okay, and it's pretty cool and it's very giving. I think you guys are going to dig it. So we'll see what happens there. So stay with me, and somewhere in the video I'm going to go over a giveaway that we're doing and how to win. Okay, and it will be an immediate thing. It'll be something you could win right away. All right, so with that all being said, let me jump into the disclaimer. TrueTrader nor its representatives are not registered as a security broker, dealer, or investment advisor with the SEC or any state regulatory authorities. We are not licensed nor qualified to provide investment advice. I am not licensed, guys, or qualified to provide investment advice. This is 100% entertainment purposes only, or educational, okay? This is not anything for you guys to follow or any of that nature, okay? Hopefully you guys are learning from this and seeing how my mind works, how Ricky's mind works on Sundays. It's good information, I think, for you guys. All right, so with that all being said, let me jump into the charts for a sec. So this is actually the second time I'm doing this. So let's see if I can do better on the second time, because somehow my microphone was muted. You got to love that, right? So let's talk about the SPY and the NQ today, or the QQQ. Today was a good day in the market. Market was up a few hundred points. Everything looked great. All I want to talk to you guys about regarding this is I don't want you guys to fear when you see things pass through a moving average. Okay, moving average is a guide. It's just a tool. Okay, so sometimes these things will pass through and they'll reclaim it. If you look at all these times, I'm going to drag the chart back a little bit, and you see it passed through to 50-day and it reclaimed it within a week or two. Okay, today we had a 300-point day. I know we had a couple, the big red days, and all of a sudden, we're all worried about what's going to happen. Those are always opportunity, folks. Okay, the weakness in the market is opportunity. Okay, what does Peter Lynch say? Buy during maximum pessimism. Okay, I don't think we're at maximum pessimism at all. But I think as things pull back and we have a couple down days, or it provides us with opportunity as long as the trend is holding. And for me, I mean, I could drag this chart back. You can clearly see the trend is holding. Okay, that's the SPY. QQQ doesn't look much different. Oops, hang on a sec. Let me go over here. QQQ. Yeah, it doesn't look much different. It's same idea as a SPY. Dragging it back, you can see the trend on it. Let's see what happens. Let's see if these things reclaim the over the next week or two. Maybe by next midweek, see if we reclaim that 50-day. Let's see what happens. I think we do. So we'll go from there. All right. The other thing I want to tell you guys is you guys have left a couple comments, and I just want you to know that I listen. Okay, I'm not, I can't do everything, but one of the comments last week was like, hey, how about a couple short ideas here and there? So this week I put a couple short ideas up in the watch. So feedback is really important. Please keep it coming. Okay. All right. Now regarding the contest, no, that's later in the video. I'm just messing with you guys. Okay, let's keep going here. All right. So first stock, let's go into it. Is SONO. Okay, what I wrote down on that is Sono is a long off 3680 is what I'm looking at. And I wrote down the 126 moving average. Remember, 126 moving average is a 6-month moving average, okay, if you actually break it down in trading days, okay? And that previous low is the other thing I wrote down on this. And I'm watching for a 3750 breakout. So let me zoom that in and explain a little bit better. So what I'm looking at is, again, the previous day's low. The yellow line is the 126, and I'm looking for a break of this 2750 area. You can see if I drew a horizontal line, you see exactly what I'm talking about. Right on there, I'm putting my mouse over it so you guys can see. And that's what I'm looking for on Sono. So I've been following Sono for a while. I think this is a good name, and I think it's going to make a nice turn. If you actually pull the chart back a little bit, you can see it's had a nice little trend. Pull back, retrace. I'm looking for another leg up on Sono. Okay, another name on my list. From the long side, AMAT, Applied Materials, that's AMAT. All right, so what I'm looking for is a long off 135.55. And what I wrote down on it, and I'm going to blow it up in a second for you, was the previous low, monthly pivot, and a 50-day. All right, and that's, let me bring it up to you here again. You could see all these dips were bought right up, okay? You got the 50 days, this purple line, the previous low right there as well. And I wrote down a monthly pivot, which is a little bit below it, but that's what I'm looking for on AMAT. So I'm looking for the long, and I'm looking for it to, if I can get it down at this 135.50 area. I mean, I think there's a ton of room for a 140 push, okay? So I like AMAT a lot, and I think this could be a really good opportunity, all right? Next one on my list is DAR. Okay, so DAR, let's go into it real quick. DAR, what I wrote down was a long off 70.20, all right? Now, I want to just make sure I discuss this with you for a second. It's a whole number, previous low, and a 126 moving average. So the previous low and the moving average is a little bit above where I'm choosing. 70.5, I think, was the previous day's low, which is today. Okay, that's what I'm talking about when I say previous day, because you guys will probably watch this later tonight or tomorrow morning. And then the 126 is up here at 71. But I chose the whole number. You could see it kind of held in this area here as well. I like this DAR as an opportunity. We'll see how close it is in the morning. The other thing I want to say is if it opens up from in the pre-market too close to that $70 area, look what's right below. Bingo, right here, 69 bucks is the 200-day, which is also this other support and this other prior resistance. So I like that there. So DAR, watch it off 70.20 is what I wrote down. But if it gets up, if it's too close in the morning, I'll be watching that 69 area as well. All right. Next one, BGFV, and I wrote down a 20 long off 25.20. Okay. So this is a pretty clear one for me, all right? And what I just want to show you on this is all I wrote down is this. It was a previous low on this. And what I liked about this name right here was how it cleared these previous highs, okay? Closed real strong, closed the previous highs. I want to see it kind of dip back into this level, this consolidation, which happened to be the previous low, and make another leg up and close above the 20 days, what I'm looking for on this name, BGFV. All right? Next name on the list. Are we back to the surprise yet or the giveaway yet? Nope, not yet. Let's do one more. ZS. Maybe one more. We'll see. This is kind of fun. I feel like I'm holding a carrot. All right, ZS. Let's talk about ZS. 1 second. All right. Sorry, I don't have a Moscow Mule or whatever Ricky was drinking the other day. Let's go. ZS, I wrote down a long off 271.15. And I wrote down the previous low and closed above the 20-day, okay? So this is a nice-looking chart. Look at this chart, guys. I mean, really nice. I'll blow it up a little bit more. It's a little bit higher price. Understand the range. ATR on this is $8. But a really good-looking stock, strong, closed above the 20-day. And I'm looking to trade this off this previous day's low of 271.15, okay? And it's as simple as that. I'm looking for a break right up here. You can see this break of 278.50, and I think it's heading up towards new highs. So that's ZS. All right, let's do one more. Yeah, why not? I know you're like, you keep saying one more. Okay, let's talk about EA for a second. So EA was on my do not touch list for a little bit, okay? And it kept making new lows on the daily, and today it made a new low on the daily. But why am I looking at this? Anybody that knows me might know it's something technical that I'm looking at. So first of all, there's a few things in there. 125.50 is what I wrote down. Let me blow it up for a second. 125.50. That light dotted line is a monthly pivot. You have an annual pivot, and you have a previous day's low. But what do you guys notice about the candle? You got yourself a nice doji candle, right? A doji candle, a lot of times that ends up being some sort of reversal candle. So after a stock drops like this, and this whole drop, from what I remember, is off the battlefield being delayed by a little bit, their video game. I mean, I'm looking for, when is this going to reverse? Well, today, closed green, nice doji candle, came right off the annual pivot as well as a monthly pivot. I'm looking for tomorrow for a possible opportunity here. So 125.50 or off the previous day's low. The previous day's low is 124.88. It's real close to that. So anywhere in that little pocket is where I'll probably be looking for a long off the EA. All right, so what are we doing? Okay, so let's talk about the giveaway. So the giveaway, this is incredibly giving by the guys. I think, here we go. This is what I'm looking at here so what you have to do to win. Well, let's talk about what we're giving away. We're giving away a True Trader backpack as well as 1 month of free membership. Okay, as simple as that. A True Trader backpack and 1 month free membership, okay? You got to do 400 push-ups, 300 pull-ups. You got a video, I'm just kidding. All you guys got to do is like, subscribe, and comment, guys, okay? Like, subscribe, and comment. You got to do all 3 things, and you put your name in the hat to win a True Trader backpack as well as a 1-month free membership. Okay, there you go. There's a big secret. I think it's awesome. Good luck to you guys all. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment to win. All right, let's continue on here for a second, and we'll go into, okay, so what did I listen? I listened about stuff, didn't I? Let's talk about GPRE, folks. GPRE. Okay. So what do I have here? I actually have a short on GPRE at 33.50, guys. Okay. This is what I'm looking at. So GPRE came in on some news. The news had to do with the EPA and some biofuel requirements. But GPRE came in real heavy, closed on lows. Okay. And you can say, well, these are things that you look for as a long. Look at this, the 126, this prior support. What I'm looking for is a fade back into this annual pivot, 33.50 area is what I wrote down. So I wrote down a short at 33.50. You got an annual pivot. You got a 50 to 60% retrace. And then, you also have the prior support that it's moving up to, okay? Which is this. Prior support equals what? New resistance, okay, guys? Always have that in mind, okay? Next thing. Sorry, my son came in here for a second. Sorry about that. So Piton is my next one on there. So that was GPRE, short at 33.50. We're moving on to Piton, and I have myself another short idea, okay? Piton, I'm looking for a short off 100. So let me tell you a little bit about this. Piton got me a little bit today. I was trying the long, and I'm telling you, it was heavy as anything all day today, guys. So I'm very aware of how it traded today and how heavy it was. What I want to do is to use today's high as a guide, which happens to land right with that century mark. Any pushes into that 9,900 area, I think, is going to be a nice fade. So I'm looking at Piton for a short at 100, guys. Okay, that's what I'm looking for on Piton. All right. A couple more names here. I got JWN. JWN's been on my list for a while. I've been kind of watching it for a reversal, seeing some sort of pattern form. Nothing quite yet, except for today. I'm looking for a long off 27.86. Why is that? That's off the previous day's low as well as the 20-day. So let me blow this up for you guys. That light blue line is the 20-day. You see the previous day's low in there, and that's what I'm looking at. And what I'm looking at also is a 28.70 clear. That's what I'm kind of anticipating. Where this annual pivot is, I want to see it clear there, and there's a lot of room up to 31. So 31, 32. So I think if you buy it right, if I could get it down here on some weakness in the morning, could give me a really nice opportunity. Okay, the last thing that I have on my list is Beyond Meat. That's BYND. I think that's Ricky's favorite company, BYND, next to Dick's. All right, so let's look at BYND here. BYND, I wrote down a long off 112, which happens to be the low from the last couple days, you could see. And I'm looking for what it to do is what I wrote down is for it to reclaim the 20-day, okay? This is a name that I'm very familiar with. I've traded this name a lot. I like how this big hammer candle is down here. I think that's a bullish candle. You can see it's been moving. I'm looking for it to reclaim this 20-day, which is this light blue line. So I'm looking for a long off 112, which is the last 2 days lows. And that's what I'm looking for at BYND, okay? So that's it for me tonight, guys. Hope everybody's had a great day today. Just to remind you again, if you want to put your name in the hat for the contest to win the backpack, to win a free month of membership with us, you got to subscribe, you got to comment, and you got to like, okay? You got to do all those things. And hopefully you leave some comments that are, as far as helpful as well. If you have any feedback, please leave it. I know Ricky and I both appreciate it very much. And look forward to seeing you guys next week, okay? Have a great day tomorrow. We'll see you bright and early in the morning. Thank you all.